That's the dock. By the way, Brian, everybody can hear you right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on where you're at in the world today, we are in Long Beach, Washington. Back for another episode of My Mortgage Hound. Look who I got. I got Brian Ross, one of my good friends, owner of Details Home Inspections. If you guys are regular viewers, you will recognize Details Home Inspections from the chat. Looks like he's already chatted. Look at that. That's how good he is. We got a great banger of an episode for you this morning. We're doing a Jurassic Park theme. There's a Jurassic Park themed home in Washougal we're going to be viewing. We got a lot to cover, so we're going to dive into it. What'd you guys think of my thumbnail? The dinosaur chasing the mortgage hound? Pretty good. I thought it was pretty good.
Clever.
Good morning, Nathan. If someone in chat is watching, can you just chime in and let us know how the audio sounds? We're running 2 microphones, so the potential for errors is doubled with audio. So let me know if somebody wants to throw in the chat. The sound engineer is back from her wine tasting trip, so hopefully she can plug in and let us know how we sound. All right. The audio is good. All right. Brian, what's new in the world of home inspections?
Starting to pick up, actually. It's that time of season, so we saw a big uptick from February. So lots of buyers out there. Some dual agencies is becoming more common than we have seen in the past. We're seeing that more often, I think, just with the different environment of the NAR and all that kind of stuff. So, yep, the market's picking up.
For those of you that don't know what that means, double agent means it's not a like in 007 double agent. It's one agent that represents the seller and the buyer in a transaction. And with the changes with the commission laws and everything, I don't think the average home buyer is really seeing that or understands it, but it's there, and we are seeing more of that. And there's pros and cons to it. All right. Let's see if Brian's right about it picking up. Let's dive into our market statistics. We're going to do it in a little different order this morning. I want to dive right into our statistics here. So Gavin Hutkins over at Berkshire Hathaway every week sends me over these market statistics. And we've had a trend the last 3 weeks. I've been very positive on what's going on with our market here in Southwest Washington, Clark County. New listings, 209 new listings last week. So that number is getting bigger and bigger, but it's down 4% week over week. I'm not too concerned about it being down 4% because we've been up almost double digits week over week. But what makes me a little concerned is pending sales up 12%. And I felt it this week. Brian's doing more home inspections. So homes that have gone into contract, they have accepted offer but haven't closed, are up 12% at 218. So we took more homes off the market than we added, but it's not a dramatic number. But it is something we're going to want to watch. We went through 3 weeks where we added more inventory than we took off the market. So if you guys saw me on Instagram this morning, this is something that I don't think I've ever said on the live stream, is now's the time to buy. If you can get in now, in the next 4 weeks, I think that you're going to reap big benefits over the next 18 months because we're going to see this become a seller's market by the time we get to May or June, especially if we see rates come down, which we'll look at here in just a second. 119 homes that were in contract, that were pending, have closed. That's down 9%. Good morning, Uva. All right, here's our lockbox activity. Uva, I can't wait for you to see this Jurassic Park house. Be a great short-term rental. We're going to look at it here in just a minute. Okay, so every time a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a home, that data is collected, and that's what we're looking at here. We've been up. If you look at the chart on the right here, we've been improving our lockbox activity week over week, except for this week, we're down 6.2%. And in Oregon, we're up 1.7%. I'm going to call that fairly flat. We're going into spring break. I believe Oregon spring break starts on Monday for most of the Portland area. For Washington, Southwest Washington, it starts the following Friday. You never know with spring break what it's going to do to the market. We have times where we see our lockbox activity fall off a cliff during spring break, and we see it where it goes through the roof. I have a feeling we're going to see a really, really busy home shopping market during spring break. We'll see if I'm right or not. But I think that people are going to take advantage of spring break by going out and looking at homes. So that's going to be something we want to monitor. It'll be fun to watch and also be a good indicator of how crazy things are going to get as we approach May and June. All right, interest rates. Pretty good news here. All the interest rates we use on the My Mortgage Hound live stream come from this website. This is Mortgage News Daily. This is my go-to website for all things interest rates. So the interest rates we're going to use today aren't necessarily the ones my company offers, but I use the rates off of Mortgage News Daily. It gives us the most accurate national average on interest rates. So,
do you know what the parameters are on this? Because I've always wondered. Like, what's the average person? Is that what it's based off of?
Yeah, it's the average person. So this is going to be, I don't know why my camera keeps going back to auto here, but this is going to be your 20% down, 30-year fixed, conventional Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac borrower with a 740 or above credit score. So you bring up a good point, Brian, as I adjust my camera here. There we go. Your interest rate will vary depending on your own profile, right? So you'll have adjustments to your rates for credit score, for down payment, those type of things. So this is going to be your vanilla baseline borrower. So 6.72, we've ticked up a hair, like barely noticeable, but this is 4 weeks of being flat or slightly improving. Our government loans, FHA 6.15, VA 6.17. We want the threshold, the floor here is 6%. If we break down into 5.99, which we haven't seen since October, since the first Fed rate cut, we're going to see refinances start to pop off for people that have government loans. So that's kind of the floor we haven't been able to break through, but at 6.15 we're in good shape. There is a good chance with some points, with some creative financing you can get below 6. Jumbo loan 6.90. So the difference between a 30-year fixed conventional and a jumbo just being that loan amount at $802,000 or less being conforming. If you're over that loan amount, you're in jumbo. We see that margin compress and expand. Right now it's pretty compressed. The difference between a jumbo and a conforming loan is negligible at less than 0.25%. So all good news on mortgage rates. You guys ready? I had Jurassic Park on the TV earlier, but I didn't think it looked good. It was too distracting, so I turned it off, but I'm super excited. If you saw the original Jurassic Park in the movie theater, throw in chat what movie theater you were at. I saw Jurassic Park when I was about my daughter's age, she's 12 now, at the movie theater in Jansen Beach. Do you remember that? Jansen Beach used to be a full mall, and they had a carousel, and they had a movie theater. It was a long time ago.
I saw mine, it was actually at the beach in Newport.
Oh.
Yeah, I was down there with my aunt and uncle. That was like the biggest movie that came out with all the CG at that time. It was like mind-blowing.
And that was when like Burger King and McDonald's had movie themed cups and stuff. Jurassic Park was big. So yeah, throw in chat details. It's in Newport. I was at Jansen Beach. I try to watch as many new movies with my daughter because I have all these memories of seeing Throw Mama from the Train, The Goonies, all those movies when I was a kid. Willow. Short Circuit 1 and 2. Wayne's World 2 I saw at the theater. I saw a lot of movies at Hazeldale Cinemas, which isn't there anymore. Uva can't. Yes, you can, Uva. All right. Enough horsing around. Let's dive into it. So, before I'm going to build up this anticipation for the Jurassic Park house. Before we dive into it, I'm going to try a different setting on my camera. Maybe it'll stay a little better. Gavin Huckins, along with that market data, he sends these neighborhood reports. Now, Brian, you and I talk about this a lot. And I was talking about it with some big agents in Portland this week too. It's really hard to see. We look at national averages, we look at state statistics for the entire state and for the entire county. But if you are an active home buyer right now, you can't look at Clark County as a whole and say there's 6 months of inventory or 3 months of inventory or the average sales price is this. It varies so much more now than ever from neighborhood to neighborhood. Can I ask for closing costs? Can I get aggressive on my purchase price? Do I need to offer over asking to get my offer accepted?
Price per square foot too is way different per area.
Absolutely, price per square foot. And so I love looking at the neighborhood, and these neighborhood reports really help. So if we are looking at a home in Washougal, we can see the exact statistics for Washougal that are up to date as of today. So in Washougal, there are currently 86 homes for sale. 16 have sold in the last 3 months. I don't know if I believe this number. I think that number is not accurate, but 86 homes currently for sale. And then it shows you some of the higher end properties that are for sale, but this is the number I want to look at. The median list price for Washougal right now is $899,990. If we go down to our pending, so homes that have gone into contract, look at this, $967. So our pending average price is over our median list price. And then if we look at homes that have closed, they've closed for $675. So that kind of gives us an idea of how aggressive we can be on this house. Normally we use Zillow. This morning, this Jurassic Park house has its own website. And you guys know on the stream, I typically I look at these homes for the first time with you guys. I'm not doing a ton of research ahead of time because I like to see the home with you guys. I do a little preview to prepare. But for the most part, I'm looking at it with you guys. This is an exception to that. I kind of did preview this one pretty hardcore the other day.
Is this the one where they film a YouTube show on?
I don't know.
My son was watching this YouTube show where it's his dad and son, and they like run around and pretend that they're doing episodes and stuff. Like they're like big time. I think it is this one.
Really?
Yeah. Like they're like sponsored and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'll look them up and put them in the chat if it is this house. A couple things I want to point off right away. And if you guys are regular viewers, I like to be critical, and I could probably get more and more critical the more of these episodes we do. But I want to talk about how this agent's presenting this listing. First of all, this website's amazing. Right off the bat, we have a little intro video that kind of shows you what the house is about. So we're going to 61 Joy Lane in Washougal. Our list price here is $1.150. And if you are a real estate agent watching, if you're going to list your house in multiple locations, or if you're going to market your house in multiple locations, you got to keep things up to date, and that's not an easy task, right? So I built out, we're going to look at a mortgage scenario on this. I built it out at 1.15, sorry. And then I went to Zillow to pull it up on Zillow, and it's listed $150,000 less here. They've done multiple price reductions, so we're down to $1 million bucks, but the website is not updated. So not a big deal, but just something to note, right? If you are looking at homes and you see a lot of agents have what they call single property websites, where they create a website just for one listing. I think it's a fabulous idea, But if you're gonna do that, you got to keep it updated. So if you're watching it, if you're viewing a home on one of those websites, it doesn't hurt to either reach out to your agent, and there's lots of agents on the chat and on my stream if you need one. But reach out to them and verify that that's the price, because $150,000 may make or break whether you even want to go view this house or not.
Yeah.
Especially if you're looking at like a short-term rental where you need a cash flow. $150,000, that's like $700 a month.
I was just gonna ask you, like, what's the difference?
Yeah, so roughly about $700-800 a month in mortgage. So I might look at that and go, oh, this thing isn't going to cash flow. But if I go to Zillow, now I'm thinking, oh, maybe that will cash flow.
Yeah, that's basically 700. I mean, that could be all your utilities for that house.
Right.
So when you're renting it.
Or your property taxes.
Yeah. Margins for sure.
Okay. So we have a couple options here. Throw in chat. Do you want us to go through the pictures, or do you want to watch a video? The video is pretty good. If I can find it again here.
I think that was on your entry.
Oh, here we go. Let's do the video. It's 2 minutes. I do have 3 homes today. We might only get to 2 because we're going to spend more time on this Jurassic Park house. Is this the one that was on, or maybe we already watched it? Let's see.
Yeah, you watched this one.
Well, let's go through it anyways. It's pretty much the same as the pictures, but I think this driveway is so cool with those doors. It really feels like Jurassic Park. Is that a Brontosaurus? I believe that's a Brontosaurus. So I would love to meet whoever built this. Uva says, my son approves of the house and is trying to convince me to buy it. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? Even if you could just go rent it for like a birthday weekend, bring your boys. So awesome entryway. What I like about it is very livable. It's not like it's a uncomfortable, overly themed house, right?
Very block. What's the stats on it? How many beds?
We'll take a look in just a second here. We are going to go through some of the pictures. I just wanted to show you how awesome this video is.
That's awesome.
But I'd love to meet the guy the person that designed this. Yeah, it's a Velociraptor.
Loft area. Yeah.
And I wonder where those dinosaurs came from. Like, are they ones that were used in the movie? Did it come from like the Homsey exhibit, or were they custom built for the house?
Live edge there like that.
Cool exposed beams.
It's definitely updated for sure. Oh, that's awesome. Don't touch. Oh man, they got tons of dinosaurs.
That would be my dog run.
My dog would just sit there and bark at that thing.
All right. So I'm gonna go.
Huge.
Yeah, big T-Rex. I'm gonna go to the Zillow. So to answer your question, Brian, 3 beds, 2 bath, 2166 on 2 acres. So if we just look at the statistics here, 3 beds, 2 baths, 2,100 square feet, 2 acres. We just looked at the median list price at $1 million without all the Jurassic Park stuff. I think this home is priced accordingly. Let's see.
One of the realtors can chime in, but I think it's roughly about $100,000 per acre added on to a house right now. So
That's a great question.
pretty accurate.
Do we have? I know Troy's golfing this morning. Diana was on the live Instagram. I don't see her here. But yeah, if there's an agent in there, what do you think adds
Per acre.
per acre to the purchase price? So this home is listed by Louise James. Let's see what they have to say. Jurassic Retreat, one of a kind adventure property. Okay, so I know I'm being hard, but you're listing $1 million property. You know, little typos. Have somebody proofread it, or just feature it on the stream and I'll proofread it for you in front of everybody. Not a big deal, but just, little things. Step into a world of adventure at this extraordinary Jurassic retreat. Income potential. That was the first thing I thought of here, right? Is the short-term rental, incredible income potential. Behind the gate of interest, nestled among the trees, you'll find a life-size motion-controlled dinosaurs that roar and move at the touch of a button. So I wonder where those controls are. An unforgettable experience for all ages. Again, I don't know what's going on here. This is a custom contemporary home. Stunning wood beam accents. I thought that was a really nice touch. 2 acres. High-end finishes. Okay, again, main level.
I wonder if they're allowed only so many characters in the description.
I don't know either.
Uva said in 2021 it sold for $575.
Uva, don't spoiler alert. We're gonna. No, that's a really good point. We're gonna get to that. I almost did that first, but we'll look at the sales history. Well, Uva, since you're a step ahead of us, was anything added to it between now and then, or was it sold for $575 before the Jurassic Park remodel, or was that original? I wonder. And does that add or take away? It's kind of like a swimming pool. Swimming pools in the Pacific Northwest don't necessarily add to the value.
Or like tree houses.
Yeah. So, all right, storage shed. Luis, if you see this, I think you've done a fabulous job listing this property with that website and everything. Come in here and clean this up. I think it would really help. All right, I think that's good for the Jurassic Park description. A lot of fluff in there.
Yeah, especially for keywords, for like if people are searching for certain things, it's going to be jumbled.
Yeah, look at this, 11,000 views. This was on the national news. So, okay, 295 days on Zillow. That's a long time. All right, Uva, let's go down to our sales history. So you can see they're doing price reductions once a month. All right, so it sold in 2023 for $1 million.
Looks like one under contract. 42.
Yep. So this is where I'm going to ask my agent, this home looks like it's been sold a few times in the last 7-8 years. It might be due to rapid appreciation, people wanting to cash out on their investment. Who knows? Okay. Let's get caught up on chat here. Uva says a life-size dinosaur costs about $7,000, $8,000 per dinosaur. That's crazy.
I think I saw 5 or 6, so there you go. That's 100 right there.
I wonder what the maintenance is like. You pressure wash them off. Okay. Here's the other thing about, if you're looking at it just on that website for 1.15, one, your listing may pop up on the national news and they may pull the purchase price off that website. But two, the difference between 1.15 with 20% down and $1 million at 20% down is jumbo versus conventional. So now that we're at $1 million with 20% down, our loan amount's $799, so we save about 0.25% on our interest rate. Interest rate we're using 6.72 straight off the Mortgage News Daily website, right here. This is the national average as of Friday. If we do a quick look at our payment breakdown, Principal and interest with 20% down, $51.67. If we do $400,000 down, $38.73. And the reason I put $400,000 down is because I can see someone doing a 1031 exchange on this, where they've sold some investment properties and they want to roll that profit over without being taxed on it. So I could see somebody coming in and putting $400,000 down from the sale of a rental. So $38.73 with $400,000 down. Property taxes, not bad for $1 million in Washougal, $655 a month. Homeowners insurance is there to protect the house against fire or burglary or somebody screwing with your dinosaurs. So I bumped it up a little bit at $150 a month. That's going to vary depending on your coverage and what company you choose. So at 20% down, you're looking at just shy of $6,000. If you can do the 400,000, you're looking at $46.78. If we go back to our summary here, cash to close with 20% down, we're at $213. $413 with $400,000 down, difference of payment of just shy of $1,300. So there you go. What do you think of the Jurassic Park house?
Pretty cool.
I can tell you, running out of coffee midstream is never a good thing. All right.
Where's our little assistant at?
The sound engineer?
Yeah.
If the sound engineer is watching, maybe send out your assistant with a cup of coffee. No, we're fine. We're going to end this here in about 20 minutes. All right. You guys ready for home number 2? The Jurassic Park home was fun. This next home I'm going to show you, I think, is a great opportunity if you are a move-up buyer or first-time home buyer. We're going to go to Mount Vista. Now, the neighborhood reports that I have access to that Gavin sends me, they don't break down Mount Vista, so technically I guess it's Salmon Creek, but we're up by WSU Vancouver, up on the hill. So it's kind of the Prune Hill of the west side of Vancouver. We just finished Stranger Things. Did you watch Stranger Things?
There's a new one coming out.
There's a new season coming out. We just finished all 4 seasons. A little bit of a grind, but my 12-year-old loved it. And I loved it because it reminded me of being that age, right? We were that age in the 80s. Riding bikes, and that's what Mount Vista is. Mount Vista was the premier location, premier neighborhood in the late 80s, early 90s. Good morning. Oh, look at that, coffee delivery. Here. So it was the premier, thanks. We'll just leave it out here, Rig. It was the premier neighborhood. We're alive, everybody. It's beach weekend. We got coffee. We got family here. Okay. In the 80s. So it has like a big nostalgic, it makes me feel nostalgic when I go through that neighborhood. I got set this coffee down. And they've kind of gone through right now a rejuvenation of Mount Vista where buyers are coming in and they're remodeling the homes, bringing them up to date. There's a lot of opportunity for sweat equity. Anyways, I love Mount Vista. So we're going to dive into that now. Let's go. So in Salmon Creek, there's currently 156 homes compared to 88 in Washougal.
Yeah.
So you can see there's a little more inventory. Which may mean it's a little softer market. Average days on market, 110, so just over 3 months. The median list price for Salmon Creek is $729,900.
That probably has a lot of new builds in there too, where Washougal doesn't.
Yeah, a lot of new builds. 609 is our median pending price, and then sold 565. All right.
Ooh, cool house.
Right?
Yeah.
It grabbed my attention right away on Zillow. It's got that 80s vibe, but you can tell it's really well maintained. Some things I noticed right off the bat. This is in Uva's neighborhood.
This is a tri-level, I think.
Yeah. So we have a retaining wall in the front. We have a brick driveway. What would you call that driveway? Paver driveway.
Those are expensive.
What are they like maintenance-wise?
They're the same.
Really?
Yeah, it's just sand, and they're actually really easy to maintain.
Oh, if you know the owners, Uwe, text them and tell them I'm featuring their listing. Have them jump on chat.
Yeah.
Looks like fresh paint. The roof looks in really good shape. Love the windows. Love the front patio, front porch. Anything else you noticed from the curb, Brian?
No, that little bump out in front's pretty neat. Makes your house stand out.
You think it's a bedroom or a bonus room?
But primary, probably.
Okay, so we're at 15710 Northeast 30th Avenue in Salmon Creek, Mount Vista. 4 beds, 4 baths, 2,400 square feet on a 1/4 acre lot, built in 1985. This home is listed by Brandon Fox and his team over at Keller Williams.
We work with Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon's a good guy. Let's see what.
Brandon, one day.
Yeah. And that's one thing I've been doing the last few months is when I go to prep for the live stream, I prep an hour before I go live, and I've been filtering my Zillow search by homes listed in the last 7 days. So these are homes that just hit the market. Most likely they're being held open this week. Let's see what Brandon and his team have to say. Stunning mountain views and pride of original ownership. So I read that as this is the original owner.
Taking care of.
Bright and airy home on a large lot, conveniently located next to WSU Vancouver. We're going to kind of skim through. This is a fairly long description.
RV spot.
So RV parking, stainless steel appliances, formal dining room, gleaming wood floor. So we'll look at the see if it's original hardwoods. Wood stove.
Gotta have your wood stove
Serviced and possibly inspected.
Yep.
Do you guys do those inspections, or do you
We don't.
sub it out?
In Oregon, it is required.
4th bedroom downstairs. So yeah, I think you're right. This is probably a tri-level. Oversized garage. Pergola. One-of-a-kind property. Here's the other thing, guys. This is listed for $629,999 for 2,500 square feet in Mount Vista. I think that price point is going to be very, very hot, and I don't think this home's
On a 1/4 acre too.
yeah, on a 1/4 acre with views. Okay. Okay, so Uwe says this is Vista View Estates, which is not part of the Mount Vista HOA. Good point.
That probably helps with the RV parking.
Yeah, let's, there's no HOA. Okay, let's look at some pictures. Okay, you can see the pergola from the street.
Big yard.
Big yard, I would call this partially fenced. It wouldn't be that hard to come in and put a fence connecting to the house there if you wanted
For pets.
for pets and privacy, right? Okay, right into the kitchen. This looks updated, possibly painted cabinets.
For sure, those original doors.
Looks like quartz countertops. Here's some things I don't see. I don't see the fluorescent lights in the ceiling, which this house probably had.
Yeah, those are halogens probably. They might be newer LEDs, but it's hard to tell. From the
But you know
photos.
those big square banks that was big in the 80s?
Drop downs?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, they've taken that out probably.
Okay, I wonder what the heating is for this house because we have an electric glass stovetop here, so I'm thinking maybe this home isn't on natural gas, but we do have a tile backsplash to the cabinets. Nothing wrong here.
Huge space for a big refrigerator.
I wonder what Mrs. Steinman would think about those cabinets. They don't bother me, the original cabinets. It looks like they've been painted fairly recently. Oh, look at the skylights in the living area here. Very nice. So under the counter mount sink, nice window.
Can't tell what that flooring is.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Because you have the hardwoods behind it, but might be LVP, I can't tell.
I'm gonna say linoleum.
Yeah. You can tile that easy.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
You know, again, guys, we're at $629. We're not at $1 million here. And $629 is kind of the entry-level price point for move-up buyers that are selling their, 1,300 square foot bungalow or their condo.
Or 1031.
Yep. So nice entryway into this living space. Look at those windows.
That's the front.
Yeah. I'm gonna say those are original floors. What do you think?
Yeah. Color-wise, for sure. Original chandelier, maybe?
For sure. Easy things to update, right? Send the Mrs. Steinman down to Pottery Barn, get a new chandelier, get rid of these drapes.
She's already picking one out.
Yeah, probably. Okay, what's going on here, Brian?
I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a little, might be a propane one. Yeah, looks like they just did an exterior propane.
Interesting. So you think this was originally a
For that
wood burning
end of the house,
fireplace?
Probably, yeah. The reason why I say it was original wood burning is you have all the burns, like the space around it so sparks and stuff don't burn the carpet.
Yeah.
And so that's probably, it was the original fireplace, just for the fire safety.
Yeah, you could come in here and update that. I wonder what I would do with that. If I would keep that or if I would do something a little more aesthetically pleasing. I'm gonna go back here. This is where you could easily take these pictures, plug them into AI image generator and have it stage it for you. You could even change the fireplace. Like what would it look like with a wood burning stove in there? What would it look like, with furniture, with paintings on the wall to kind of visualize it? 'Cause it's kind of hard from this picture. All right, so now we're upstairs. Hardwoods go upstairs, that's great. Or are we going downstairs? We're going downstairs.
It's a tri-level, so that you're on the main floor.
Yeah, because here's our entry, right?
Oh, you're up top. That's that bump out window,
Oh, yep.
primary. I'd say original floors.
For sure. And original ceiling. But it does have a ceiling fan. Nothing wrong here. You can come in and update this. You wouldn't really need to update the shower. Okay, I think we're in a different bedroom now. Kind of hard to tell where we're at in the house. This looks like a guest bath, den with original carpet. I wonder if those are built-ins.
Oh, this might be the fourth non-conforming room. Because see how high that window is?
Yeah.
It's not fire egress. So that's probably the fourth bedroom.
Gotcha. Not sure where we're at with that bathroom, utility room. Okay, nice garage.
Yeah.
You have Mount St. Helens. Nice backyard, place for a hot tub. That's where I'd do there. Okay, that's kind of a cool bar with an old bicycle. Go back here really quick. I wonder if these are wired lights.
LEDs.
Yeah.
Or sun.
Yep.
I like the tongue and groove on that top part there.
Yeah, very nice. Okay. A lot of landscaping back there. All right. I like it. We would tell your neighbors that we like their listing. Okay. Put together 3 options. We're going to burn through these fairly quick. We're running out of time. I think I do want to get to that third house. These are the most common programs for a house like this at this price point. If I talk about FHA a lot, and I always say FHA is not a first-time home buyer program specifically. It's designed to promote home ownership. And I could very easily see someone come in here who's selling their little townhome they've owned for 5 years. Let's say they've got $200,000 in equity. They're looking at this house. It needs a little, right? It doesn't. It's not ready though. It's move-in ready, but you know, I think you can come in here with 75, 100 grand and really do a lot to this house. So there's nothing wrong with using FHA again. Okay, so
Most of it's cosmetic, so sweat equity too.
sweat equity, but if you don't want to eat up all your equity, come in here and put 3.5% down. So here's a FHA loan. Again, you don't have to be a first-time home buyer here. $619,000 be our loan amount. Interest rate 6.32. I don't think that's right.
You're at 1.9.
6.15. So let's fix that really quick. Oh, jumped ahead. Okay, so 6.15.
Hold on. If anybody ever wants to know how fast it is to get a quote if the interest rates go down that fast.
Yeah, very lucky to have some awesome
Yeah.
software.
Just call or text Cody, he can help you.
Yeah, and a lot of people are, and I appreciate it. You know, we talked about this a little bit last week. Just kind of giving a shout out to everybody that we helped this last month. But yeah, we are getting people after the stream hitting me up for numbers, so don't ever hesitate to do that. So 6.15, let's do a quick payment breakdown. What we're looking at here is the mortgage insurance. So with the FHA, our principal and interest would be $3,772. The mortgage insurance you have for the life of the loan on FHA, $277, compared if we put 10% down. It did not do jumbo, or did not do FHA. The mortgage insurance would be $94 a month, and obviously, if we put 20% down, we're not going to have that mortgage insurance. So we are, even though we do have a lower interest rate going to FHA, we do have that mortgage insurance, but that lower interest rate helps offset it. Okay, so 3.5% down FHA. $45.19 would be our total payment. That no HOA is a big deal, guys. If our HOA was $240 a month, that'd be equivalent to $40,000 in borrowing power, right? So that definitely helps us out. If we do 10% down, we're at $42.30 for our payment. So we pay $289 more a month, but look at our cash to close. We have an extra 40 grand that we're saving. 40 grand will go a long ways in that house.
Oh, for sure.
You replace the carpet, update the bathrooms. So this is why I wanted to show FHA as an option for maybe not a first-time home buyer. And then if we go 20% down, we save $800 a month at $37.28. We're at $136,000. So you could save 100 grand over putting 20% down to really come in here and do that remodel. And I think the appreciation you get, the bang for your buck on a house like that in Mount Vista in the neighborhood without HOAs, there's nothing preventing that home in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years going for $1 million.
For sure. Yeah, the appreciation will be very fast.
And I think that, you know, those 80s homes are going to get really hot. People like us that get excited when we watch Stranger Things, well, we're the demographic for those homes, people in their 40s with families.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be really hot. You know what I just realized, Brian? That's the second movie house we've done.
Huh?
We did the original Home Alone house over Christmas.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you guys are out there, no matter where you're at in the country, if you own a movie house, maybe the Golden Girls house, the Brady Bunch house, and it's going to go on the market, hit me up and I'll feature it.
You should do the Goonies house. Didn't it sell like a few years ago?
It did sell a few years ago here in Astoria. That would be fun.
Yeah, because then you have actual data too.
Yeah.
And see how much they're appreciated. Because I doubt they've done anything.
Maybe we can have somebody do a market analysis report on it. Tell us what they list it for. Okay. All right, we got one more. We're gonna burn through it quickly. Yeah, we're gonna go to Woodland. Okay, we're gonna go lightning round here. 155 homes for sale in Salmon Creek, 37 for sale in Woodland. You can't put Clark County, you can't group it all together, right? So 37 homes, average days on market 145, our median list price 660,000. That's a weird average. I bet you have single wide manufactured homes selling for 150 and you have $2 million homes with a view. So
there's tons of manufactured and old houses there that offset that.
Yep.
And huge houses out on property.
So 595 for our median pending price and 615 for our sold price. You always got to put a house on there for Mrs. Steinman. This is right up her alley. Right at $1 million, 4 beds, 4 baths, 3,200 square feet, sits on a 5-acre lot. You know, once you get over that $900,000 price, we're no longer in the super hot 18 offers going same day it's listed. It's a little softer, and I think $1 million in Woodland on 5 acres is kind of priced aggressively.
We've been doing a lot of these bigger homes, actually. It's weird for that price point, but that's for a lot of the inspections are happening right now. They're either like super small and low, or they're huge houses where I have multiple inspectors on them.
Okay, this home is listed by Heather Manzi, and if you guys have questions, home inspection questions, we're going to be ending this in about 8-9 minutes. Now's your opportunity to ask the owner of Detail Home Inspection any home inspection related questions you have. Fire it in there in the chat, and Brian can answer those for you. We just have a few minutes left. This home is listed by Heather Manzi at EXP Realty. Let's see what Heather has to say. I like the short description. The home you've always dreamed of is here. Don't miss out and contact tour today. All right, guys. I know AI makes things easy, but that sentence isn't worded very well. Contact tour, I don't understand. I know I'm being critical, but
Helps if you read it out loud, because then you're like, oh, that's weird.
yeah, you're listing $1 million house. Not, you notice it's not just one, all these agents. So I think it's just an AI thing. I'm not sure. The stunning custom-built home excels at giving you the best of the PNW with immaculate territorial views of the surrounding mountains, rivers, and forestry, while being in a highly desired gated community only minutes away from I-5. Okay, we're not getting a lot out of this description. It's okay. We'll look at the pictures. Gas fireplace. You think it's propane?
No.
Okay. You think natural gas? Embrace breathtaking views.
I don't know where it's at, but yeah. Looks like it's on a hill. Ooh, maybe.
Oh, man, we're pretty close in.
Yeah, so I bet Northwest Natural.
Okay. All right, let's look at some pictures. We're gonna go through these fairly quickly. All right. Beautiful. When was this home built?
2020.
2020. Okay.
Hopefully not in March.
Why is that?
COVID.
Oh, yeah. Good curb appeal. 2-car garage with single doors. Looks like we have a fenced backyard. Nice entry. Oh my God, I love this. That's what Mrs. Steinman's saying right now.
The colors?
Beautiful. Looks like we have, that to me looks like engineered hardwoods.
Yeah. Good lighting.
All the things you expect to see. The millwork around the windows, around all these doorways. When I hit that $1 million mark on a new construction, that's what I want to see. Here's an office room with French doors. Kind of a unique formal dining room. with the pillars. Okay, nice big open kitchen, wine fridge in the island. Gas range. That to me looks like granite. That doesn't look like quartz.
Yeah, hard to tell with quartz these days.
What a great thing to put in the description, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you're agents out there, that's what I want to see in descriptions, is when I go look at the pictures, I want the questions I have already answered in the description. You know, it's great to put stainless steel appliances, but I can kind of see if they're stainless steel from the pictures. I can't tell on the cabinets or the flooring from the pictures. Looks like we have some exposed beams. I'm guessing those are faux beams, nothing wrong with that. Breakfast area, cool ceiling fan.
Yeah, it's like the one at IKEA, monster one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Gas fireplace, built-ins, big windows.
Looks like an awesome view. Is that part going? Yeah, that's going out towards the river.
Yeah.
Oh, you did pick this for your wife for sure.
Mm-hmm. They always got to put one in there for Mrs. Steinman.
Cove ceilings.
Cool views out the window in the primary. Right, kind of feels like you're in a tree house. Okay, double vanity, big mirror. Look at the millwork around the mirror. It's a nice touch.
You're good, I got it.
It's nice having a moderator here. Looking at chat. So this to me looks like a Jack and Jill. Dual vanities, dual doors, pocket doors.
Yep.
Very cool. Office area.
These are definitely pro pictures too.
Yeah. Extra bedrooms. Guest bath. All right, so there was a basement in there. Kind of hard to tell from the street view. And again, we're at 3,200 square feet. Look at this patio.
The cool thing about that patio you probably wouldn't notice is it's got tiles, but it's a dry deck, so that underneath part that would be on the previous, if you could click back, you won't have rain underneath on the back patio, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you mean it's not gonna?
Yeah. So when it rains, you can sit out there too, because that upper part is going to block all the rain. Where a normal deck you'd have grooves and there's water.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Good point. It's nice having a home inspector here. Love the ceiling of the deck, right?
Mm-hmm. Fiber cement.
Fiber cement, that's what that is?
Like hardy.
Very cool.
Low maintenance, just paint. Ooh, it is fully fenced. Look at that. Nice.
Okay. All right. We're gonna get everyone out of here. 20% down at $1 million makes your loan amount $800,000. 6.72 interest rate, national average, for a total payment of $59.78. It's funny how these numbers are a lot easier to swallow. Like, we're getting used to a $6,000 payment for a $1 million house, where 18 months ago that was kind of hard to swallow. But that sounds about right, you know, not unquestionable, unreasonable, rather, for $1 million. 212,000 out of pocket. So there you go.
There's a question on which one would you rather buy, the $1 million or the Jurassic World one? Because we have this one, which is new. Jurassic World was built in 2019, so they're both new.
I think what I would do, Brian, is I would buy the Jurassic house, live in it for a year, convert it to a short term, keep it as an investment property, then go buy the $1 million house in Woodland.
There you go. Sound like me.
You know what?
I like small houses too, so I take the small one.
I would live in it for 2 years, own it as an investment property for 3 more years, and then sell it so I don't have to pay capital gains. And then I'd go buy the house in Woodland. That's what I would do. Good question. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with us through the end of the live stream. We went a little late today. Brian,
Awesome.
can't wait to hang out with you this weekend. Thanks for coming on. Do it again. If you ever want to be a guest, all you have to do is drive down to Long Beach. So go have a great weekend. Thanks again for all your support. Like and subscribe. Share with everybody you know. And we'll see you not back here. We'll be in the same time, same place, but we're going to be in Las Vegas next week. We're going to do a Las Vegas special. Nathan, goodbye. Everyone have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. All right.